Om Bhadram Karneebhih Shrunuyamadevaah Bhadram Vashyemakshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangaiः Sthishtvamsastanubhih Yashemadevahitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Page 8, verse 2. Asparshayogo vainamam sarvasattvasukhohitaham avivado viruddhascha deshitastam namamyaham. After completing the 3 chapters of Mandukyopanishad, that is Agama Prakaranam, Vaitathya Prakaranam, Advaita Prakaranam, now we have entered the final chapter known as Alata Shanti Prakaranam. In this final chapter, which is consisting of 100 verses or 100 Karikas, Gaudapada Acharya dealing with 3 topics. First topic is Ajativada topic, the topic of birthlessness. Birthlessness means there is no birth or origination of either Jiva or the Jagat. He wants to establish nothing is really originated. That is called Ajativada. Then he takes up the second topic, the Alata Drishtanta, the firebrand example. Through that he gives the teaching of Vedanta. How this Srishti has not really originated. Through that Drishtanta he explains. Then the third topic he takes up is Vedanta Sara, the essence of the Vedanta. After giving the first 2 verses in the form of prayer verses, Ishvara Namaskara and Guru Namaskara, first 2 verses, then he enters the topic number 1 from the 3rd verse, 3rd Karika. That is Ajativada topic. So we completed 2 prayer verses, Mangala Shlokas. Now today we have to enter the topic exactly in that 3rd verse. We will read that verse. Page number 9. This 9 number which I am giving, this is from Paramarthananda Swamiji's book number. If you are using any Ramakrishna mission book or other books, numbers are different. Please don't get confused. So this is the book given to you in the class. That number I am following. Number 9, page number, Karika number 3. Bhutasya jatimichanti vadinah kechidevahi amrutasya pare dhiraha vivadantah parasparam. In this first topic, Gaudapada Acharya analyzing first 3 verses, that means 3rd, 4th and 5th Karikas, he elaborates that word he took in the 2nd verse. That is aviruddhaha, avivadaha. Those 2 words are analyzed elaborately in these 3 Karikas, 3rd Karika, 4th Karika and 5th Karika. These 2 words are analyzed. So Ajativada comes here from 3rd Karika onwards up to 10th Karika, Amrutatva Pratipadanam, establishing the immortality. Amrutatva Pratipadanam. The existence of this creation is negated by the Vedantins. Gaudapada Acharya refutes other systems of philosophies, that is Pratipaksha, Khandana or Nishedha. Pratipaksha means opponist, the Purvapakshi. Who are all those Pratipakshas here? Opposition parties like opponist philosophers and philosophies, the theories, they are all 11 in number. 6 Astika Darshanams and 6 Nastika Darshanams are there. You know that in previous Upanishads also I introduced, in Taittiriya also I said, in Brahma Sutra also, in other class we saw 6 Astika Darshanam. Vedanta Advaita Darshanam is 1 Astika Darshanam. Astika Darshanam means the one who believe in Vedas. Brahma Asti, Paramatma Asti, that whoever believe, they are called Astikas. Vede Pramanya Buddhihi, whoever is having, they are all come under Astikas. They believe in Veda. They respect Veda. Advaita, first from the beginning you take the names, all 6 are Sankhya number 1, Yoga number 2, Sankhya Shastra, Yoga Shastra, Nyaya number 3, Nyaya Shastra, and Vaisheshika number 4. Then number 5, Purva Mimamsaka, who is taking the Veda Purva Bhaga as Pramanam. That alone is Pramanam, and Veda Anta Bhaga is only Stuti for him. It is not prominent for him. Then 6th one is Uttarami, Purva Mimamsa over, then Uttarami that is, we the Vedantins are called Uttaramimamsakas. Uttara means a later portion of Veda. Uttaramimamsa. All these 6 come under Astika Darshanams. And there are 6 Nastika Darshanams also who never believe in Veda. They don't accept Veda at all. Vede pramanya buddhihi na asti. They are all Charvaka, number 1. Jaina Matam. Charvaka Matam. Matam means philosophy, theory. Charvaka Matam, Jaina Matam, and 4 types of Bauddha Matam. 4 types of Bauddha Matam. One Bauddha Matam became 4 varieties later, after Buddha. His Sishyas so fertile in developing 4 Matams in one Buddhism. They are broadly known as Sautrantika Bauddha Matam, Vaibhashika Bauddha Matam, Madhyamika Bauddha Matam, and Yogachara Bauddha Matam. And each one has got two meanings. We don't want to enter in that Hinayana, Mahayana Buddhism like that. These Madhyamikas are only called as Hinayana Buddhism. In history, they write all these things. Hinayana Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, all are Nastikas, 6 of them. Among these, we are Uttamimamsakas. So you keep us aside, and there are 11 systems of philosophies. Among these 11, Astika and Nastika, he takes 2 from each group. From Astikas, he takes 2 systems of philosophies to negate. And from Nastikas, also he takes 2 groups of philosophies to negate. Now, he is negating Sankhya and Nyaya. First he takes from Astika Darshanams. Sankhya philosophy, one Astika Darshanam. And Nyaya philosophy, another Astika Darshanam. Sankhya and Yoga are very close, therefore generally we call Sankhya Yoga. Nyaya and Vaisheshika both are very close. There are minor differences in that philosophies. Therefore we take them together, Nyaya Vaisheshika. Therefore he takes only Sankhya and Nyaya. It is as good as negating Yoga and Vaisheshika also. Now let us come to what is this Sankhya philosopher says. What is this Nyaya philosopher says regarding this creation? That is the topic. Sankhya philosopher is a Satkaryavadi. And Nyaya philosopher is known as Asatkaryavadi. Karya means effect, a product. This world is a product. This world is a karyam. Sankhya philosopher says, existent world alone comes. Sat Karyavada. Sat means existent. Existent world alone is born. Sankhya philosopher says. Whereas Nyaya philosopher says, non-existent world alone is born. Non-existent world alone is born. Originate. Therefore, he is known as Asatkaryavadi. These are all technical terms. If you are interested, you can note, otherwise just listen. Asatkaryavadi. I'll give you the example, then you understand. Asatkaryavadi alone is known as Arambhavadi. Arambha, now only it begins. Previously it was not there. Now the debate is, for example, Ghataha, the pot, Utpatti. Let us take the example. Afterwards we will go to the universe. Ghata Utpatti. This pot is born newly or already it was there. In Sanskrit we can put it as Ghataha means pot. Utpatti Purvam, before its creation, Purvam, Karya Ghataha. This Ghataha, Utpatti Purvam, the Karya Ghataha, Karana Mrudau Astiva Nastiva. Karanam is called Mrud. Clay is the cause. Karana Mrudau, in the clay, which is the cause. Before this pot is going to emerge out as a pot, is this pot was there in the clay or not? Mrudau Ghataha Astiva Nastiva. Asit, is there a Ghata previously or not? Sankhya philosopher says existent pot alone is created. Pot was there in the clay before it is coming out as a pot. It was there in the clay. Ghataha asti. That is why Sat Karyavada. It is called Sat Karyavada. Therefore, Karyam, the effect, was there in the cause before its emergence, before its birth. Its birth means effect's birth, pot's birth. So, Sankhya philosopher stand on this. Whereas Nyaya philosopher says, no, pot was not there in the clay. Pot is newly created. Pot is newly created from the clay. Arambha. Asat previously, later pot maker manufacture, create, originate the pot. Arambha. Utpatti Arambham Bhavati. Now, with these conclusions, we can put in other words, Sankhya philosopher says an existent pot only is born. Sankhya philosopher says an existent pot alone is born. Where it was existent? In the clay. An existent pot alone is born. Nyaya philosopher says, no, an existent need not born. If it is already existent, why it has to born? Nyaya philosopher asking the question to Sankhya philosopher, why the existent pot has to born? Existent pot need not born. Why it need not born? It is already existent. Why it has to born? Therefore, existent pot need not born. Nyaya philosopher says, non-existent pot alone is born. Why it is born? Because it was non-existent previously, therefore it has to born now. So, non-existent pot alone is born. For that, Sankhya philosopher counter-argue, how can a non-existent pot can born? If it was not there in the clay, how can it born? It cannot born if it was not there in the clay. Suppose, he gives many examples, Sankhya philosopher. What example? Suppose that ginjal oil is not there and the ginjal seeds, ginjali oil, nallennai, and the ginjali oil or coconut oil. If coconut oil already it was not there in the coconut, how coconut oil can come? Coconut oil is coming because it is already existent. Non-existent coconut oil is coming or existent coconut oil is coming from coconut. Existent oil only is coming. Sankhya philosopher put a counter question to Nyaya philosopher. Therefore, existent part alone is born from the clay. Just like existent oil, coconut oil in the coconut is there already, that alone is extracted or born. This Nyaya philosopher questions, if it is already existent, why it has to born? He counter-argues. If it is already existent, why it has to born? It need not born. Then Sankhya philosopher asks, if anything can come from non-existent thing, why can't you take gingerly oil from coconut? Sankhya philosopher puts a counter question. See, if it was non-existent and you are bringing newly, according to science also, nothing can be newly created. According to science also, matter cannot be created. No new matter can be created. Therefore, non-existent thing is born, suppose, what will happen? Anything can come from anything. You can extract mango juice from coconut because it was non-existent now. You can extract mango juice from coconut, coconut oil from mango, or coconut oil from ginger seeds because it was non-existent. But logically it proves that everyone goes for coconut oil, he brings coconut only, not any other seed. Groundnut oil he want to get, he goes to groundnut or coconut. Both are nut only. But it is not possible to extract the coconut oil from groundnut. Groundnut oil you cannot extract from coconut. That itself shows, Sankhya philosopher says, that itself shows coconut oil is already existing in coconut. Groundnut oil is already existing in groundnut. Like that, part also already existing in the clay, existent part only appearing or created is born. Nyaya philosopher, existent part need not born, an existent thing need not born because it is already existent. You see the argument, both of them are quarreling like Sundopasunda Nyaya. Paramarthananda Swamiji gives the Puranic example, the Sunda Upasunda, you know, the two Asuras, brothers, both are brothers. And they did tapas and they got the varam. They should not be killed by anyone on this earth. They got that varam and they started doing all atrocities. Who will control their atrocities? No one can kill them. Then Lord Vishnu come like a Sundari, a beautiful girl form, and stand in front of them and dancing. Then Sunda and Upasunda saw that girl, beautiful girl, and Sunda wants to marry her. Upasunda said, no, I want to marry her. And both of them approached her. Whom you want to marry? They asked Sundari, the Lord Vishnu. That Sundari said, I am not going to decide who is great among you. After fighting each other, whoever win, they can come and marry me. And she is standing and apart and seeing them both are fighting, quarreling. Who is so strong and powerful, so that we can prove. So Sunda or Upasunda, who is going to choose this Sundari? Both of them are fighting each other and killed each other. They died. Sankhya, Swamiji says, Sankhya philosopher is like a Sunda. Nyaya philosopher is like a Upasunda. Shankaracharya is like a Sundari. Gaudapadacharya, Advaita Acharyas are all like Sundari. They are not entering. That girl is just like that, she didn't interfere at all. But Sankhya and Nyaya philosophers both are quarreling each other, each one of them refuting the other. Gaudapada Acharya says, I need not refute them, I need not negate them. They themselves are refuted each other, therefore it is as good as my refutation. I need not touch them. Like that, the topic is going on now. Another example also, Puranic example, Yadaviya Kalaham. Yadavas, that clan of Yadavas, to end Lord Krishna, finally he is going to leave that Krishna Avatara. The Yadavas Kalaham happened, they quarrel each other. And they kill each other. The whole Yadava Vamsha is destroyed. Like that, each philosopher refuting the other philosophers. Therefore, we are not quarreling, or we are not having any hatred towards any system of philosophy. They themselves are bringing out their fallacies. So that itself is a proof. Any time, if you develop a hatred towards any system of philosophy, that means there is a loophole in your system. If you have a loophole in your system, only you hate other systems of philosophies. Here we are not going to hate any system of philosophy, either Ramanuja philosophy or Madhvacharya philosophy also. Dvaita philosophy, Madhvacharyas. Visishtadvaita of Ramanuja. We are not going to hate them. We are not going to hate the person, Acharya. We are not going to hate the system of philosophy, but we are studying them for our clarity. We are studying their philosophy and the fallacy, the mistakes where they are going out of Advaitam. We study for our own clarity, that's all. We are not having any hatred towards any system of philosophy. Please remember that. Okay? So, Advaitin must be intellectually honest. We are intellectually honest. We don't have any hatred or difference towards others. Their way of thinking with regard to this universe. Universe is born, universe is created. Then Gaudapada Acharya asking how it can come. Impossible. So Gaudapada Acharya is not discussing. That Sankhya and Nyaya, both of their opinions he brings, how fallacious it is, he presents. Now look into the Karika, then you can understand. Kechit Vadinaha. Kechit means Sankhya Vadinaha. Sankhya Vadinaha Jatim Icchanti. Jatim means birth, Utpatti, Janma, Icchanti. They consider, their opinion is Jivatmas are born. They consider all Jivatmas are born. And the world is born. Jatim Icchanti. Of whom? Bhutasya. From the existent principle. From the existent principle only, all that Paramatma. Sankhya philosophers never accept Ishvara. Nyaya philosopher also never accept Ishvara. But Yoga philosopher accept Ishvara. Okay, there are a lot of small differences are there. So he takes up the Srishti topic first. Sankhya Drishtya Srishti. Then Nyaya Drishtya Srishti. So Bhutasya. Bhutasya means sanghataha. Example is sanghataha. That world is born, existent world alone is born. The existent part is born. Example. Now the topic is about creation. The existent world or universe alone is born. This creation, existent world was there previously. That alone is born. Bhutasya. Existent world alone is born. Then apare, some other people, some other philosophers. That is mean Nyaya philosophers. Apare, Gaudapadacharya criticizing them. Dhiraha, intelligent. Na dhiraha means intelligent. Logicians, they argue. Intelligent means here Brihaspati and Tamil solluvaanga avaru or periya Brihaspati enna. It's criticizing. He is not at all intelligent artha. So apare dhiraha, other thinkers thinking they are all thinkers but non-thinkers, not thinking properly. Philosophers, intelligent logicians, some other intelligent logicians, amrutasya jatim icchanti, we have to supply. Amrutasya means otherwise called as asatkaryavadis, Nyaya philosophers. Amrutasya jatim icchanti means they consider this universe is born from non-existent. From non-existent it is born. From a non-existent entity, no? From non-existent it is born. Or it is of the non-existent. The world was non-existent. Non-existent world alone is born. That is the Nyaya philosophers' conclusion. Non-existent world alone is born. Next, continuation. So just he presents Nyaya, Nyaya and the Sankhya philosophers. They talk like this. Now further argument. Bhutam na jayate kinchit abhutam naiva jayate vivadanto dvayahyevam ajatim ख्यापयन्ति ते किंचित भूतम न जायते. Bhutam means not Panchabhutam, not ghost. Here Bhutam means the existent one. Statement against Sankhya. Nyaya philosopher statement against to Sankhya. Bhutam na jayate. Bhutam means an existent one, existent part or existent creation. Kinchit na jayate is not born at all. Why? Because it is existent. Why existent has to be born? Because already existent one. Bhutam kinchit na jayate. Who says? Nyaya philosopher says to Sankhya philosopher. Sankhya philosopher also won't keep quiet. No. Abhutam na eva jayate. Non-existent cannot born at any time. Non-existent one cannot born because it is non-existent. Therefore it cannot born. We can give an example. No? Existent one need not born. What example? Like Atma. Atma is already existent. Why it has to born? It did not born. Like that. He is not giving example. We are giving for our understanding. A non-existent thing cannot born a rabbit horn. Rabbit horn is non-existent. How can it born? It cannot born. So both of them refuting each other. Vivadantaha evam. In this manner they are quarreling each other. Vivadantaha. They are disputing each other. Te dvayaha. Te dvayaha means those philosophers, those dvayaha means dualists, those who accept there are many atmas, many jivatmas, and they are all pervading. Dvayaha means these philosophers, Gaudapada Acharya says, these dualists, dvayaha means these dualists. Dualists means what? Those who talk about jivatmas are many, and each jivatma is all pervading, they say. Khyapayanti ajatim hi. Finally they are establishing what? Ajati only they are establishing. Quarreling each other, finally they are establishing. Khyapayanti means they establish. They reveal indirectly. Indirectly they are revealing or they are accepting only non-origination, ajatim, advaita, non-dual Brahman only they are establishing. Both of them unknowingly revealing the non-dual Brahman. They are revealing. Next Karika. ख्याप्यमानामजातिं तैः ख्याप्यमानामजातिं तैः अनुमोदामहे वयम् विवदामो न तैः सार्धम् अभिवादं निबोधत Vayam ajatim anumodamahe. Gaudapada Acharya says, we agree, anumodamahe, we appreciate them, we approve or we agree with them with what? Ajatim, the birthlessness. Khyapyamanam taihi, revealed by them. I told you in the introduction class, each word to word translation is very tough. Therefore, overall essence, if you see only, you can get that clarity. If you go word by word, you get more confusion. So, I will try to present the essence. So, we accept them, we agree with them, we approve with them. Unknowingly, they are revealing the Brahman only who is birthless. Birthlessness revealed by them. We accept. They are establishing that only. How they are establishing that only? Taihi, since they are establishing Advaita Brahman only, Taihi sartham, with them, na vivadantaha, we are not going to argue. We are not going to argue with them. Avivadam nibodhata, to be disputeless, no? Avivadam nibodhata, know this, to be disputeless. Advaita Vedanta is beyond dispute. Please, may you know this. So, second Karika, Gaudapada Acharya has Avivadam word, he has completed with this. Avivadam nibodhata, know this to be disputeless. Advaitam Brahma, which is Amritam, which is not real cause of this universe. Really speaking, this creation is not at all born. Universe is not born, creation is not there. Even Jivatmas are also not born. Even either Westerner scholars or Indian scholars, whatever they say about the creation, it is not true. Even Vedikas, the Vedikas who talk about Paramatma is the cause of this creation. Srishtikarta. Paramatma created the Jivas. Paramatma created this universe. Even Vedikas, they say, we say, Vedantins, Gaudapada Acharya says, even Vedika's conclusion is also not correct. How dare Gaudapada Acharya say? Because that is reason he is going to give later verses. Even Vedikas, what to talk of Westerners, Indian philosophers, even Vedikas who are accepting Veda, Paramatma is the creator of this universe and Jivatmas are all created from Paramatmas and Paramatma alone is born as Jivatma, nothing is born. Just as in dream, Nidra, for a dreamer, nothing is really born. It is only an appearance. Similarly, Gaudapada Acharya says, the entire Vyavaharika Prapancha, all these Jivas, maternity ward, people are born, beings are born, all these are nothing but Mahanidra. It is a Mahanidra, it is only an appearance. This is the most toughest part of Vedanta, to accept Mithyatvam. If you understand Mithyatvam, that means you have got clarity and answer. That takes time. It takes a lot of time. You have to be in Shastra deeply to get Mithyatva, Nichayam. At that time you can say this Vyavaharika Prapancha is also another dream. It is nothing but dream. Just like dream. Gaudapada Acharya going to establish that. How can anything can born from Nirvikaram Brahma? Nirvikaram Brahma. Brahman cannot undergo any change. A Karanam has to become a Karyam, the Karanam has to undergo a change. Brahman happens to be Nirvikaram. How Brahman can be the cause of this universe? So, unchanging Brahman cannot be the cause of this universe or cannot be the cause of the Jivas also. Therefore, Jivas cannot born, universe cannot born. But it is there in front of me. That is your problem. Because you are in Mahanidra, ignorance. The slumber of ignorance you are, you wake up. You wake up by studying Shastra. Therefore, we have to understand what we do not know first. Then you start understanding. First accept that I do not know. This world is like a dream. Therefore, let me study Shastra. Let me see whether Gaudapada Acharya is wrong or my opinion is wrong about this world. Let us see. Let us see. Just take like a challenge, Let me see. My conclusion, this world is born, Jivas are born is correct, or Gaudapada Acharya is born. Let us study. Who will win? So now we are going to meet Gaudapada Acharya's teaching. Very, very, very tough for people to accept. Let us read. Bhutam na jayate kinchit abhutam naiva jayate. Therefore, we are not going to quarrel with them. Then they are establishing the Advaitam Brahma only unknowingly. Which Advaitam Brahma? He talks about that 6th Karika. From 6th, 7th, 8th Karikas, he is going to repeat the same idea which he has presented in the 3rd chapter, 20, 21 and 22 Karikas of 3rd chapter. Just note that few words only he changes, but almost those Karikas he lifted from there, and he already discussed their Ajativada. And he is going to elaborate now. So 6th, 7th, 8th Karikas are nothing but 3rd chapters 20, 21, 22 Karikas. So just I will go through it. We can read together. Together means all the 3 Karikas also we can read. Repeat after me. Ajatasyaiva dharmasya jatimichanti vadinah ajato hyamruto dharmah martyatam kathameshyati. Next page, 7th Karika. Na bhavatyamrutam martyam na martyamamrutam tatha prakritiranyatha bhavah na kathanchit bhavishyati. Swabhavenamruto yasya dharmo gacchati martyatam krutakenamrutastasya katham sthasyati nischalah. So Gaudapada Acharya established Brahman is not Karanam of this universe. That is the idea he is going to establish. Jatam icchanti vadinaha ajatasya dharmasya eva. So these people who are quarreling, Sankhya, Nyaya, Yoga, Vaiseshika, these are all talking about or talking about the birth of the Amritasya or Ajatasya Dharmasya, birthless reality, that which has no birth at all, and they are talking the birth of that reality. Instead of bhavaha in that 3rd chapter, he used the word dharmaha. Dharma word is used here. Bhavaha means atma. Dharmaha means atma. Ajatasya atmana. That atma which is birthless. Dharmaha, bhavaha means atma. The birthless atma, the biggest mistake they are doing, that immortal Atman, they are talking about the creation from that immortal Atman. It has to undergo a change. Ajatasya means it is birthless. From birthless Atma, the universe has come. From birthless Atma, the Jivatmas are born. They are talking. How is it possible? Katham ajataha amrutaha dharmaha, that Atma which is birthless and immortal, how can martyatam yeshyati? If it is a cause, from that the effect has to come. It has to undergo a change. So every cause has to undergo a change to become an effect. Suppose you say from Atma only tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhutaha. So Upanishad is talking, we are telling that creation. So what we are talking about karanatvam, it is vivarta upadana karana. According to us, there is no real creation. Brahman is not real cause, it is only adhyaropa for teaching purpose. But they are taking that as real. If you take it as real, Atma has to undergo a change. rope appearing as snake. Is that rope has undergone really to become a snake? We said it is a vivarta upadana karana. But they take it as upadana karanam really. And Atma is the cause of this universe. Because Upanishad says. But Upanishad didn't say Atma is the real cause. Upanishad says as no cause. Neha nanasti kinchana, Upanishad said. Therefore Atma cannot be the real cause. If it is the real cause, what will happen? Gaudapada Acharya says, Amrita Atma, which is immortal. Suppose you take it as really is the cause. If it is a real cause, it has to undergo a change. If it undergoes a change, suppose immortal Atma became mortal Jivatma. Imagine, hypothetical argument. Immortal Atma, Paramatma, became mortal Jivatma. Then this mortal Jivatma, to become again immortal Paramatma, he has to do lot of sadhana, japa, tapa, dhyanam, puja, do lot of sadhanas. For what? To merge with Paramatma. Because I am mortal now, I have to become immortal, therefore let me merge with Paramatma. So the Jiva, the mortal Jiva, has to become again immortal. Again immortal Paramatma become mortal Jivatma. This is the story of all other philosophers. It is logically fallacious. Whatever is immortal is ever immortal. An immortal one can never become mortal. If Jivatma is really mortal, can never become immortal. If Paramatma, immortal Paramatma became Jivatma, mortal Jivatma, and mortal Jivatma became immortal, it is not correct, because immortality means, immortal means that which is always immortal alone is called immortal. A mortal one cannot become immortal, an immortal one can never become mortal. This is the law. So Atma can never become Jivatma really. Jivatma, mortal Jivatma can never become immortal. Have you seen any fire, cold fire in that Siberian mountains, forest, cold temperature is 0, minus, no? Can you say cold is, fire is cold there? Fire cannot be cold there also. Fire is always hot. Fire is ever hot. Agni, Aushnyam is natural. It can never become cold. Water flow is natural. Water flow is natural. Bird flying is natural. And fish swimming in water is natural. Whatever is natural, intrinsic, can never go away. Whatever is unnatural comes once in a while, like water when you keep on the stove, it becomes hot. After some time, slowly it becomes cool. Like that Jivatma also. First became hot, then become cool and agantukam. That is not intrinsic. That is not original. That is not prakriti. That is not the swabhava. Therefore, what is this creation at all? What is happening? Gaudapada Acharya says here in these Karikas, now into 7th Karika you see, Na bhavati amrutam martyam. Amrita Atma can never become martyam in the form of Jivatma. Martyam. Na martyam amrutam tadha. The immortal one, martya means mortal, limited, finite, arichinnam. Martyam, seventh Karika, first line. Martyam amrutam, immortal, aparichinnam na bhavati. It can never be immortal. Why? What is the reason? In second line he gives, Prakritehe anyatha bhavaha na kathanchit bhavishyati. This is the important line. Prakritehe, of that intrinsic nature can never be changed. Prakritehe means swabhavaha. Anyatha bhavaha, becoming differently. Transformation, becoming differently. The fire, hot fire becoming cold, cold water becoming hot. Naturally it will never change its nature. Whatever can never be changed, that alone is called Prakriti. That alone is called Swabhavaha. That alone is called Prakriti. Atma Swabhava is immortality. That immortal Atma can never become mortal. If at all it becomes mortal, can you make this mortal immortal again? So it can never happen. Na kathanchit. Then what is the reason he gives further? In 8th Karika, Adhyaropa Vada here. Swabhavena amrutaha yasya dharmaha martyatam gacchati kritakena amrutasya katham sthasyati nischalaha. The essence of this Karika is, suppose Swabhavena amrutaha yasya, Atma is amrutaha, Swabhavena, naturally, immortal. Suppose it has become mortal. Okay, mortal it has become. Now this Jivatma want to merge with Paramatma so that I can get moksha, I can become one with Paramatma. Now what is the guarantee your moksha is permanent? Kritakena means moksha. You have attained moksha through japa, tapa, dhyanam, certain sadhanas. Even by Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, you attained moksha. But we never say. By Shravanam, you attain moksha, we never say. Why? You are already muktaha. In Vedanta also, we never say you attain moksha. Then what we say? Dropping the notion I am baddhaha is called moksha. There is no question of getting moksha. There is no question of attaining moksha. Through Shravanam, what you are doing? We are dropping the misconception that I am a jiva, I am born, I have death, I have birth. This notion we are eliminating through Shravana. We are not getting moksha. If getting, always will go away. That's what he says. If at all it is coming by doing lot of kritakam, means what? Moksha I have attained now by some sadhana. Then what is the guarantee that moksha will continue? It may go at any time. Like water you have boiled, now it is hot. What is the guarantee? It is agantukam. Jalasya ushnata agantukam. It has come in time. Whatever come in time, it will go away. After some time it will become cool. Again you have to heat up. What about fire? It's ushnata. It is not dropped. Similarly, if you think I am Jivatma, born, I want to get moksha, by doing sadhana, by studying Shastra, I get moksha, that getting moksha can never be permanent. First of all, it is not at all a moksha. If at all you think it is moksha, it can never be permanent. Why? Because it is like water, hotness, heat of the water. that when you boil water, it is permanent or temporary? Temporary. Similarly, your moksha is also temporary. Again you will become jiva after some time mortal. Therefore, we don't want this impermanent moksha. Temporary moksha we don't want. We want Shashvata, Atyantika moksha. Atyantika moksha is already my nature. Happiness is my nature. Sat is my nature. I am ever existent, ever consciousness, ever happiness, Ananda Swarupam. That we remind to the student. All other systems of philosophy talking about moksha, that is an event which happens in time. Advaita Vedanta never talks about moksha as an event in time. So Kritakasya Martyam cha tadha Amrutam Martyam. Again Martyam, Amrutam. Ide coming and going Ayaram, Gayaram. Who wants this struggle? I don't want. Therefore, he says in these Karikas 6, 7, 8, there is no real birth at all. There is no Jivatma getting moksha. So Jivatmas are not at all born. Where is the question of getting moksha? Swamini, you are confusing more. I am not confusing. We are trying to remove the confusion. Already established misconceptions we want to eliminate or drop or remove by getting clarity more and more. It will come slowly. Okay, that we'll see in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.